What's going on, guys, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Three Houses. And we're gonna start off with some supports. Claude stole supports from us, but there's a couple things I figured out off camera, and I have to show you guys. But first off, well, just gonna be honest, let's start with him and Marianne. What's going on?
Claude? Oh, Marianne. Have the gods taken pity on my lost soul and revealed a sign to me? I've been researching the 10 elites of Fodlan, but I can't tell fact from fiction.
That's an fair statement to make, I feel. And I should go, the next free day, I gotta go visit those statues.
Anyhow, what can I help you with?
Well, I found this pendant, and I think it's yours.
Ah, right you are. Yeah, honestly, I'd resigned myself to never seeing it again.
You gotta keep better track of your stuff.
It's a keepsake from my uncle, who has passed on. If I truly lost it, my grandfather would have had my head. Thanks for returning it to me, Marianne. You saved my tail.
Please, it was nothing. I should be...
You know, I got mixed feelings about this.
No, I think that's enough researching for today. Why don't you join me for a nice chat?
Claude's a smooth talker.
I just came to deliver the pendant.
Sounds awfully lonely to only talk to those whom you have business with. Do you really dislike talking to people that much?
It's just... I never know what to say. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. We'll figure it out as we go. Tell me, are you like this with your father too?
Darn it, he's good!
Within the Alliance, Margrave Edmund is prone to debate. With a father like that, I would have thought...
Margrave Edmund is my adoptive father.
Oh.
Oh, is he? I didn't know. Where were you born?
That is none of your concern.
Really?
I really must be going.
She's hiding something, that much is clear. But that just makes me all the more desperate to know her secrets.
Yo! Oh, come on! Oh, that was a good first. You know, I gotta say, it kind of bums me out a bit if you guys aren't, whoa. You guys know Robin, I imagine. Or, you know, Robin, you know, he's in Smash, and if you're not familiar with the series, you know, Robin's one of the more popular characters in the series along with Lucina. Robin was also an avatar, but Robin could talk. Like, actually in the game, like, he had conversations that were already, you know, made out for him. And so could Cora, another avatar. Blake, in this case, is much like Mark in, Blazing Blade. Which was an avatar that didn't talk. And I feel like, for supports like these, you know, the ones where the characters can talk to each other, feels a lot... Well, I like it a lot more. But anyways, let's do the other support convo.
You. Just what are you up to?
Hostility?
Well, if it isn't Lorenz.
Yes, it is. Try not to sound so affronted. And you're just whimsically wandering the monastery grounds again, I suppose?
Well, I mean, he sounds affronted because you came at him.
Oh, naturally. After all, I really do adore the Garrick Mach Monastery.
No, I think not. That impish look on your face does not suggest innocence. You are up to something.
Well, he was genuinely trying to research last time.
Lawrence, control yourself. Let's not start throwing around baseless accusations. It's not proper. This monastery is packed with 1,000 years of history. Well, 5 years shy of 1,000 if we're going for accuracy.
Okay, now that is interesting to note. I guess I should tell you all. Yeah. Well, I was told how long the time skip was. Not really that big of a spoiler. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna say it, you know. So we'll all be in agreement because I'll have this knowledge. So, no, it's only fair you guys have it too. It's 5 years! So, you're telling me in 5 years, this monastery is gonna reach its 1,000-year anniversary? Well, if that doesn't strike, you know, so many red flags.
Those pillars, these walls, even the floor. They've all seen more than we can possibly imagine. Our distant ancestors may have walked these very halls. Doesn't that excite you?
I didn't expect him to be so interested in this stuff, to be honest.
Perhaps if this were a discussion about art, but I'm afraid walls and floors are not sufficiently interesting to hold my attention. Nor will they suffice to distract me from what is plainly suspicious about you.
And what is?
House Regan was on the brink of collapse until they suddenly revealed you as their legitimate heir. That was only a year ago.
Oh, really? See, this is also why I love support convos. Like, the story, is great, but a lot of the meat and potatoes happen in the support convos. This is where you get to find out stuff.
Where were you before then? Are you even a true heir to House Regan?
If I weren't truly of House Regan descent, how do you imagine I acquired my crest?
That is true.
A crest is insufficient. I am referring to your noble disposition or lack thereof.
I would trust the crest more over his disposition, to be fair.
Well, that's what I came here to hone, after all. I can only hope that you will assent to instruct me in the art of snobbery, Professor Lorenz.
Yeah, these two seems like there's definitely some friction between them.
I do not think you grasp the significance of the responsibility you bear. Do you even know what it means to lead the Leicester Alliance?
Well, now that is fair.
I take no pleasure in saying this, but much of the chaos in our ranks right now is due to the failings of House Regan's leadership. I intend to set things right, and once I expose you for the fraud you are and reclaim my rightful place, that is precisely what I will do.
Uh-huh.
To be blunt, it would have been better had you never shown your face here.
Wow.
Sheesh, that guy. He just can't be reasoned with.
Well, that is an interesting story. But you got the crest, so... It could have been that you were simply in hiding. That's happened in many games. Like Path of Radiance, for example. And I think, you have a way more better proof that you're you than some trinket. Man! Alright, now, I gotta say something, and I'm not trying to throw any shade at whoever I just want to say, many people, it was a top comment on the episode when I chose this house. The characters wouldn't be interesting, because I like them all and everything. Like, guys, look, the first two support combos we had, those were incredibly interesting. To clarify my stance on it, I wanted characters who I wouldn't feel like if I brought them out in battle, that I would be okay with losing, right? Because that's the thing. Even if there are characters that I really liked in another house, and I should probably specify, somebody let it slip before I chose the house, which is ironic because this person was one of the heavy advocates for the Black Eagles, that I could choose other people or recruit other members from other houses. So that also added to my decision. So that kind of backfired, but that's why you probably shouldn't tell me stuff. But anyways, going on, I wanted a team whose base was characters that I had no issues with. Because, I'm pretty sure in our next battle, we're bringing out all 9 of us. So, and if that's the case, I don't want to feel like, oh, I feel fine with losing one of you, because I got beef with you. So, Fire Emblem's mainly a game, the comment in question also mentioned that you wanted me to get used to the characters. Do you see how many characters we can get already and how many others will be on the books? It's like getting used to characters. That's not how this works. It's like either you interest me or you go on the bench. It's as simple as that. So, anyways, which by the way, I do want to mention something else, or some of the few things I picked up. So since we're talking about supports, check out what the supports do, right? When you're next to this ally, or if it's just a normal support, hit rate and avoidance rate go up by 3. C, hit rate and avoidance rate go up by 5. Whoops. Well, some of them actually seems like they're a bit different than the others. Maybe more powerful. Or maybe the avatar support rank is just better. I don't know. I also don't know what those arrows mean. Those are new. And I get a feeling some of these others will open up to A ranks after the time skip, because they don't want to spoil stuff. Just a thought. But my point for saying this is, normally in Fire Emblem, the characters you bring out in battle, they can't support with every single person you have out there. But for each house, you'll notice, like Claude can support with all his teammates. And, whoops. That's the same for all of them. Each member of the house can support with each member of the house. So that makes it very appealing to bring all 8 of the house members out at once. But if you look at the other houses, that's not the case. Like Permadeath, he can't support with every member of the Golden Deer, which makes sense. He can't support with every member of his house, I'd imagine, because, you know, 2 of the members aren't here. Well, we can't recruit them. But I imagine, you know, that's the case for every house. So it makes sense then to recruit units who would have the most amount of units they can support with us. And I'll just show you real quick. Dorothea, I was actually trying to get because she was a mage and I feel like we need more magic, but she can only support with 1 unit of our house, so she's not a good option. And I found in general that the Black Eagles, they don't make good support options for the Golden Deer. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna go after them, but I feel like my first choice should be from a different area. And that brings us to, so look at Sylvain, right? Or Sylvian. I'm not sure how his name would be pronounced. He has 5 units that he can support with. And I imagine I know, you know, why that is. He's a ladies' man, but still. He would be a good option. I'm not going after him though because I don't really need another physical attacker. I was thinking about Mercedes. 1, because that was a choice of my boy, Crew 5. And she has good coverage overall. And I feel like she would make a good mage because I feel like she's really a strong person of faith. So regardless of the fact that she was using a bow, I think she'd be a good option. But really, any of the 3 females from the Blue Lions would be good. So, particularly Ingrid. And to be honest, I guess I should start saying, you know, what I think of the characters now. Because, yeah, I guess I should. I actually really like Ingrid. And Annette. Mercedes actually wasn't one of my favorites, but it makes the most sense to go after her first, I think. And then here are the others. Flayn also seems like a good choice for the Golden Deer because she bonds with the Golden Deer most than anybody else. And she's a healer, a priest. That's, you know, basically a healer. And there's a big problem with that S rank, but yeah, we got a 5-year time skip. And then after that, I believe, yeah, Shamir. Also a big, good person to have for the Golden Deer, which works out perfectly in my case. But she's a sniper. It just makes sense, you know. Snipers, they're archers, you know, or advanced version of archers, and you got Claude. It's just makes sense. So, and also, is it Serial? Serial. Wow. He's also a good person to have with the Golden Deer. So, and then Rhea doesn't matter. So, that's one of the things I picked up. Another thing is the goals. If you click on classes, you can actually see what it takes or what they'll need to be able to reclass into their beginner class. Which it seems like I didn't want to do where they focus in on one thing, but it seems like that's the best idea to do. And I think the unit experience means that once they max out the unit experience, we'll be able to reclass them whenever we want to. Because they'll have mastered their class and they can change back into that class whenever they want to. Just a theory. Don't tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I feel like I'm gonna figure out by the end of this recording session. But I've already went through and identified what each person, what I want them to be. But they can't even start reclassing until they reach level 5. So that is gonna be the goal for our battle. We want as many units as we can to hit level 5, then we can reclass them. But it's time for a seminar. Oh, those you select to lead seminars were instructed. Oh, we're getting instructors. Highly skilled instructors grant more skill experience to those who attend. People choose to attend a seminar based on how well the subject matches with their skill goals. Those with high motivation are more likely to attend. Oh, I can learn something too? Interesting. Honestly, I feel like Manuela would be the best choice, and I'll explain why. It's because of is it light magic? Because if we go to, Lysithea, she can be another healer, but she has to have her rank up. So I think that's because otherwise, Hanneman, he focuses on attack. I think that's attack magic or dark magic. I forgot what type of magic it is, but it's not so crucially important. So for that reason, and no, we're going with this. It's weird to see me in the teacher spot. Oh, and my rank went up.
The glory of progress.
All right.
I think it's coming along.
Physics! That's gonna be helpful. And sword prowess level 2. All right. Got a birthday. Oh. Well.
Thank you so much.
How long till we get her rank up, I wonder? And now it's time for the question of the day. A little bit of a shorter one this time, but that's fine. The next part really gives a great context of what the battle is going to be like, so I didn't feel right in leaving that out of the next episode. So yes, next episode is the battle, and the stakes are real in that episode. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Especially since the support combos, I appreciate the support combos so much in this game. One, they take after Echoes and that their voice, but even more than Echoes, they're actually animated. This is shaping up to be, seriously, some of I think the best support conversations we'll have in Fire Emblem. All they have to do is just write them correctly, and so far from what I'm seeing, those two were very good, so. And like I said before, guys, if you're new, support combos are where you really find the meat and potatoes, because otherwise, some of these characters might barely show up in the story because their role, isn't as important. That's where you get attached to them, is a support conversation, then find out who you like, then see the support conversation with the other characters, and that's the real fun part. And it seems the game has lots of ways for us to get up the support conversations in general, by just having characters do activities, which is nice because, I get the feeling this game is gonna have a very huge roster. I'm not sure how many units we'll get to use at the end, but we're already using all 9 of our characters. Like, normally you start with like 4 or 5, but anywho. And if we chose to, we could recruit the rest of the members from the other houses. And right now I'm wondering, why should I try to get all of them, besides the ones who won't join? But anyways, on to the question of the day. Like I mentioned in this episode, I think we haven't seen too many support conversations with the Avatar, so maybe I need to give it some more time. But I want to ask you guys' opinion. Do you think the Avatar should be a silent Avatar or non-silent Avatar? Meaning that, instead of having question prompts, they'd actually just be a character in the story just like everybody else and talk and do things. They would just be, your character, like maybe a character creation and things like that. Sort of like Robin and Corrin. But if you guys don't know who Robin and Corrin are, then that's the best way I can ask this question. So please post your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.